feel like this last year, my 5th year, was like the best year for me. Just like all around, to be honest, like stats, being healthy, feeling my best, and just like feeling like I was ready to play every Saturday. And like that was due to like all the lessons I learned throughout my college career, even high school. I mean, the injuries that I had, and just like trying to be proactive instead of reactive, and just go about it a different way.
Welcome to Call The Huddle. I'm Xavier Gusset, and the following is a conversation with Charlie Thomas, one of the best linebackers in the 2023 NFL Draft after his 6-year career at Georgia Tech, where they moved him all over the field, so he's also one of the most versatile guys you'll see on the field. Besides playing in over 50 career games, Charlie had his best season yet this past year and got to talk about that throughout a lot of other developments this offseason. If you enjoy the conversation and any of Charlie's thoughts, make sure to give Call The Huddle a follow on all platforms and follow Charlie throughout the rest of his process. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy. So I got, just like I said, a couple quick icebreaker questions for everyone, just to get to know you off the field. So the first one I know you played linebacker, but I know you played safety in high school, and you're just like a rangy athlete all around. Tell me, like, Derwin James or Minkah Fitzpatrick, who are you going with if you got to pick one?
That's a tough question, but I'm definitely going Minkah. Minkah's my hero almost, like, because I used to watch Bama all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, watching Minkah is like watching one of the best that ever gonna do it for us, in my opinion.
That's cool. I mean, Minkah's more of a ball hawk, but I think they're both definitely 1 and 2 in the league right now as safety. The next one I got, I don't know if you're a basketball guy or not, but tell me, Jordan or LeBron?
I say both. It's hard for me to just bash the greats. Like, I feel like once you compare, so I can choose. I just say LeBron just because he's big. He's just a bigger athlete. If I just had to choose, but I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to just compare greats.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. These are all GOAT questions, so I just want to get a couple. You got to pick one. The next one I got Taylor Swift or Rihanna. What are you going with, Charlie?
Rihanna. I don't know too much about Taylor Swift.
Word? Okay. Drake or Future?
I say impact-wise, it's Drake.
Okay. And then next one, Xbox or PlayStation?
Definitely PlayStation.
You always been a PlayStation guy?
I mean, I had both at one point in time, but it was the thing that made me dislike Xbox is that you used to have to pay to play online, but now you have to do it with both of them. So it's like I'm gonna choose PlayStation anyways now.
That's cool. I like a lot of these answers, man. They're hard-hitting questions. So I got a last one real quick before I want to jump into a couple fun ones. If you could play any position, like other than linebacker or whatever else you've played, like what would you pick and why?
If I could choose my position and I'd be good at it, it'll be quarterback for sure.
You played. Here, what was that?
That's how much the game. They control the game. Like a good quarterback, it don't matter what team they on, they automatically elevate the team. So it's like,
okay,
that's the impact I want to have even at linebacker.
I feel you. I know, like, watching some of your stuff in high school, I know you were playing, like, Wildcat and running the ball. Did you ever, like, play QB or, like, throw when you were playing?
It was crazy. One game, my quarterback had got hurt. So the next week, I had to, like, really play quarterback. Like, it was like some Wildcats.
That might have been the game I saw then.
I threw a couple passes.
Okay. All right. That's cool, man. Like I said, I'm real excited to get to talk to, just get your thoughts on everything today. Like going into the first question, I know linebacker is obviously a physical position. I know at one of the spring practices before the season you talked about like a goal being as healthy as possible and consistently and making sure your body's right to handle like the full season and everything. Just tell me, like, how did you feel this past year, and have you learned anything in terms of like body routines or how to treat yourself physically since?
I feel like this last year, my 5th year, was like the best year for me. Just like all around, to be honest, like stats, being healthy, feeling my best, and just like feeling like I was ready to play every Saturday. And like that was due to like all the lessons I learned throughout my college career, even high school. I mean, the injuries that I had, and just like trying to be proactive instead of reactive and just go about it a different way. From like January all the way up to the season. That's one thing I had put into last year. So I feel like it was definitely something that I'm working on, and I feel like I got the goal accomplished.
Yeah, and obviously, like I know you played 50-something games. You've been playing since a freshman, so obviously that's something that, as a linebacker and as a defender, is important. Like you said, you had a great career at Georgia Tech, and then declared for the draft, and then obviously like the East-West Shrine Bowl, I know you went to, and then you got a combine invite. Tell me, like, just like what has this experience been like going through the draft process, and what are you most excited about going through all this stuff?
Like cool. It's been like humbling and like just eye opening. Like it's almost like I'm almost there, but like where I wanted to be since a kid. So it's like it's not too many people where I'm from that's just doing this. So it's like I kind of gotta be on my toes and just put my best foot forward and just keep going.
Yeah, that's cool. That's I know like what like you went to Thomasville High School. You're from Georgia like your whole life, and like you said, that's not a lot of people like growing up on that team and stuff made it out. So that's pretty cool. Tell me, like, playing. You started at 6 years old. I know you started playing football, and like I said earlier, you played safety and receiver and a bunch of other positions. Just tell me, like, growing up playing football, like it's a team sport, obviously. Like, how did you start playing football, and why was it always just football?
I remember my mama asking me, like, I would always go to this after school program and she would pick us up. And it was like one day she had took me. We was driving past the field. She was like, you want to play football? And then since that day, like it's been football. For real. I played other sports like basketball and track, but football always been like something that I felt like it was just better than most at even at a young age. I feel like I was just different, played up. So I always thought I had like the competitive advantage.
Yeah, like I said, it's obviously the biggest team sport. Like, just for a little bit of like background, what size were you at like growing up? Like when I know you're like 6'2", 205-ish right now. Like what were you at in high school or middle school?
I feel like I've always been a tall kid for real.
Yeah.
I growing up like middle school, I know I was like at least 6 foot, six but like elementary school, I always been a tall kid for sure.
Okay, then like tell me, growing up, obviously as like a defender all around, and then I know you played receiver and everything else. Who were some like players or defenders that you just like modeled your game after or admired, like watching them off the field or on the field or everything else?
Modeling my game after would be something that because I'm such a competitor. I want to be better than everybody. I want to be one of the best to ever play the game. So I feel like more so that I took something that they did and tried to do it better on the field, as far as just like try to like run this route better than they did it, or just be. I just be trying to like be fluid and not try to like do too much, but
yeah,
still get the job done. You know.
Right.
So I mean, the guys that I looked up to when I was playing, as far as it's like I always looked at the greatest of the greats. So like Taylor, Prime Time, Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey was big when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like I said, Minkah. I always looked at like how they went about it. I was like, that's not necessarily like how they do it, but like the mindset that they have. You know, like they want to be the greatest, they want to be the best, they want to win everything. So I mean, that's how I went about it.
Right, yeah, and then like I know you talked about Minkah and we talked about Derwin James and guys like that earlier, and like watching your film, I know you're just like big athletic guy and you're like a hybrid player in the middle of the field. You're great at it. So like tell me, I know you said safety in high school, and then I know they moved you to linebacker once you got to Georgia Tech. Like what was your first reactions to that, and like when did you know it was the right move for you?
See, my freshman year, I really wasn't paying until like what position I was playing. I really just wanted to be on the field. But like my freshman year, I was like, I don't care what position I play, I'm gonna play it. And then once we got new coaching staff,
Okay.
I was thinking like, okay, not that big. So it's like, I figured that I was gonna get a shot at safety. But once I didn't get a shot at safety, and like that was like the down, like that's when I felt bad. I was like, dang, I must not be good enough for it, or whatever the case may be. And then like more so like my after that sophomore year, so like the third year that I was there, I like finally got into my head that I had to just buy in and listen to the coaches because like they want the best from me too. So that was the best decision I made at Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and like I said, watching you a lot, I know you play linebacker. I've seen you on the edge before, and you even play like nickel and safety back. Tell me, like flying around the field. I know you've talked about how the coaching staff puts you and a lot of the other guys on your team in good positions. Like, when did it start that you were like flying around the field and playing multiple positions and like doing everything?
That was like I said, my third year. That's when I started playing nickel.
Yeah.
More, and then that year I had got scored on. It was kind of like a humbling experience. It was kind of like
right.
Okay, they might be right. So then I started playing like different positions and stuff like that. They started using me in different ways to try to best suit my skill set and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like I know you were a captain at Georgia Tech, and like you said, been there since 2018. Are you like a vocal leader on the field, or are you like different?
No, I'm definitely a vocal leader. I be want everybody on the same page, not just like play wise, but just mentally. Like we gotta be together and we gotta play hard as possible to the whistle blow. Like
I can see on your field, like on your film, that you're like talking and that you're a vocal guy. Like how, like you said this past year that changed. Like how did that affect you, and then when did you notice that you were like, have you always been vocal like that?
I mean, I've been vocal like that in high school just because I always been a better player in high school. But in college it's a different setting. Everybody's the best player at their high school, so it was more so a growing thing for me. And then it was like more so understanding how to be a leader in college and how to actually win games in college. And once I understood that, that's when I like tried to affect the team in a positive way. So yeah.
Right, and then like being like a leader and a captain, there's a lot of stuff that comes with that. Like you said, the conferences and being able to vocalize with guys and everything. Going into like the NFL, I want to talk about like through the Shrine Bowl and the draft, obviously. Like what was that whole experience like, and were you like asked to play any other positions like other than linebacker, like linebacker?
Nah, I was playing linebacker, and then that was a good experience. It was very eye-opening and just helped me understand what the league's gonna be like. Very competitive, so you got to be ready when you get there from the start. So
yeah, what were some coaches like talking to you about, or like interested in your game, or trying to like work with you on?
It was more so my size. Like, I got to get more bulkier to play linebacker. And then they like my quickness, my explosiveness as far as just like coming downhill and taking on blocks. But in order to like be successful in the league, you got to weigh more at linebacker. So that was more of a coaching point.
Okay. Like I know reading some stuff on you, like you said, playing linebacker, I saw that one of the weaknesses under your name is that you have an undefined position going into the NFL. And I know, like I said, you played all over, played defense. And personally, I mean, as a football guy, like defenders are moving more towards like versatility and like being able to play everywhere, especially in the last couple of years. Just tell me, like talking to fans and talking to guys that watch the game, why is that like versatility important in your game? And like how does that impact you at Georgia Tech and everything going forward?
I feel like it helps like me have an advantage on other guys that are like primarily one position, or they don't have as much versatility. Like you can put me at different spots and I would succeed at the same rate and not have no drop off. So I feel like I can be more useful, even like special teams and stuff like that. Like just different stuff you can do with guys that are versatile, and just they allow you do more with them. That's basically the biggest thing for him.
Right, yeah, the NFL is just full of athletes, and I know like if you look at all the best defenses of all time, and all the best defenses in college, they're all led by like super fast linebackers. And linebackers are one of the most positions, obviously, one of the most important, and obviously your game, you're a fast linebacker and you fly around the field. So I'm excited to see like what your transition is into the next level. And like tell me, growing up then, like you played, was it strictly receiver and safety then, like until college basically?
Well, growing up, my first position ever was running back.
Oh, you played running back?
Yeah, and then I continued to get bigger and taller. But then I played defensive end. I played everything before. I played wide receiver, like you said, wildcat quarterback.
Yeah.
Tight end.
Damn. Yeah, I know. Watching like Georgia Tech, I think it was 2020. You had to move. You played like a lot at the end. I don't remember what game it was, but I know you played a lot of edge. I know like pass rushing. Watching like you off the line, I know that you blitz a lot up the middle. Like, how do you perfect your pass rushing game? Like, is that something you've worked on a lot?
Yeah, it's something that I worked on a lot, and I continuously get better at. It's just something about, it's like you gotta be able to make somebody miss in a little tight area, and it's all about like just making knocking their hands down and stuff like that. So I gotta keep working on that, get better at it. I'm a slippery guy to block. It's somewhat easy, but I can always get better at those. So yeah.
Right, yeah, and then like talking the rest of your game, I know you're one of the better coverage linebackers and better coverage guys in general in the box, like in the draft right now. And I know watching a lot of your stuff man to man. You guys go through a lot of different coverages, but I know you're really good man to man. And I know a lot of receivers like when you're covering man to man. I know you're on like running backs or tight ends, and there's a lot of receiver picks coming at you from time to time from like the offense. Tell me, like, is that something that you emphasize like before the games and like try to work on like avoiding when guys are coming at you on purpose to make you slip up in coverage?
Yeah, it's all about picture recognition.
Yeah.
And knowing like they got this tight split for a reason, down in distance, different stuff like that. And we talked about it like you said, like to run this specific route, or they like to get the run on third down.
Yeah.
Third down and short. Different stuff like that. And like in practice, we practice that a lot. So it's different stuff like that set you up for the game. So whenever you see the picture and then you like, oh, I done did this before. So it's like repetition and repetition.
Okay. Yeah, like I know you said a lot of play recognition, and like film goes into that, and then being able to just know the down and distance basically. The next question I want to go into, and then I want to ask like a couple fun ones about just like your thoughts on stuff. Like you said, the combine invite has been fun. It starts on the 28th, I know, is some of the measurement stuff, and then March 2nd is the linebacker workouts. Tell me like what weight and height are you going at into that? I know you're 6'2" right now, but you said like you're trying to bulk up a little bit. What are you looking for in that?
I'm gonna weigh in like 215 for sure.
Oh really? You put on like 10 pounds since the Shrine Bowl?
Something like that.
Is that like weight that you want to play with for like throughout, or are you gonna mess around with it more like playing at a certain weight?
I mean, it all depends on what team gets me and what they want me to do.
That's
real.
True. Yeah, that's true. Do you have any like workout numbers? Do you know what workouts you're gonna be doing at the combine, or like if like, do you and your team know any numbers that you're working for?
Oh, I'm trying to weigh in 215 on a 4.5.
4.5?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that for sure. And then I'm probably gonna do like 17, 18 on bench.
Yeah, or you doing like the jumps too?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump at least a 35 though. I'm trying to get like our highest is like 38.
That's cool. That's exciting, man. I know, like I said, you're a fast guy on tape. I know you had like 100 yards this past year on 2 fumbles. So I'm definitely hyped to see what you do at the combine, man, and show people up.
I'm sick. I ain't get in the box though. I supposed to got in the box.
I thought you were gonna on both of those runs too. I know it was slowed up at the end. It's those blockers. You gotta get blockers on offense.
Yeah.
Like I said, I want to go into a couple of ones now. Like you played since 2018 at Georgia Tech. And they got a lot of good athletes. I know a lot of tall receivers and crazy athletes. Tell me, like who's the best player that you've played with or against in your time throughout everything?
The best player I played against or with, it's Dante Smith, hands down for sure.
Where was that?
Dante Smith, he played running back.
Oh, okay. Like, tell me, like, who other guys that you played with then, like, straight athletes? Like, who's the best athlete you've ever played with? Like, just, like, physical.
Him, Malachi Carter.
Yeah.
Jaden Count, Keon White.
Yeah, okay.
We got this freshman. He played with us last year, Clayton Powell Lee. He gonna be nice.
All right. Like, what are the practices like? Like, I know, like you said, you got Keon White there and a lot of other great defenders. Like, what were practices like this past year? Were you, like, chirping a lot?
Yeah, we was definitely chirping a lot. But that's one thing, like, our offense would be so quiet. They would not chirp back.
Wow.
We was trying to be on their head, too.
That's crazy. Was the coaches, like encouraging that?
Nah. I mean, the defensive coaches, as long as we having a good day,
yeah.
they don't care.
Defensive coaches, yeah.
And then the offensive coaches, you know, Coach Key, offensive coach, so he was like say something, like shut up sometimes and different stuff, but he's not serious. You know, he's more so just mad at the offense.
Yeah.
May not be doing that play that they want.
Yeah. And then like I know you said like you talk a lot. Like, do you ever talk trash, like in games, like chirping wise? Do you ever do that in games, or try to get in guys' head when you're messing with them at all, or playing 1-on-1?
Say it again.
Like you talked about chirping, and I know you said like earlier you're a vocal guy. Like, what do you like against opponents? Like, how do you interact with guys, like in terms of talking trash?
I mean, in a game, I feel like it gets a different vibe for me, just because I'm more so focused on what I got to do and what my teammates do. So I'm not necessarily focused on talking smack for real, unless I get a big hit or something like that, or the offensive player might get up talking or something like that. Then that's a different situation.
Word, and then you let them know.
Yeah, but other than that, I just be out trying to play my game and make big plays for real.
Right. Okay. Like I know, like you've been there since 2018 at Georgia Tech. And like NIL passed 2021, I believe.
Yes, sir.
And right now, I think 25 or 26 of the high school states have passed it for high school athletics too. Like, tell me, what is your experience with NIL, and like, have you gotten to use that at all since your time being there?
Yeah, I had a couple of NIL deals. It wasn't too crazy though. You know, you hear about these thousands of deals and stuff like that. That's not me for sure. But I mean, I've got I got a couple of NIL deals before.
What are your thoughts on it? Like high school athletes and guys being able to get money and then transfer off of that and do everything individually.
Based on so first of all, NIL, I agree with you. I feel like we should be getting paid in different ways, like endorsed. Like we put our bodies on the line just the same as NFL guys put their bodies on the line. So I feel like it's necessary, but I feel like the recruiting aspect of it is like going to a different angle, because you can almost like buy a player just like you feel like you can almost like buy a player just to come to your school. So it's kind of like it's different markets, and it's like it's gonna continue. I feel like it's gonna continue to keep the best teams on top just because they can buy the best players on the market. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I've went back and forth with that a lot. I feel like it's all gonna come back around eventually. Like if obviously the guys that are more passionate about the game and can like, go to smaller schools or go the JUCO route first and stuff like that, are I feel like gonna make it through the cracks eventually. And if you're more focused on just playing college football and making money, I feel like it's gonna come back anyways to bite you. In terms of like the teams trading and like the new conferences that are going around, I think that's kind of wild. But I don't know. I guess we'll see where that happens in the next years. I know they're talking about like a 12-team college football playoff. What are your thoughts on that? Are you like the more competition?
I think it's gonna give people a better chance to make it to the final showdown.
Yeah.
The national championship. Cause it's like it's so hard to like stay perfect And it's only going to be a couple teams that stay perfect. So I feel like you lose one game, that should not make you not be able to play in the playoffs. So I feel like it's a good decision.
I agree. I mean, it's going to be more competitive, obviously, and less less repetition, like you said. Not every team can be perfect, obviously. I mean, even Georgia was the only team that was perfect this past year, and I know you guys played against them. I want to talk a little bit about I know you wore 25 and then won the past 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how'd you end up with 1? Was that because Ely got 2?
I got 2 my year in high school, but I wanted number 5 just because my big brother used to wear number 5, and I wanted to follow in his footsteps. But I got 2 just because it was the only number available at the time because they had already chosen 5. So I just kind of stuck with 2.
Just a couple quick questions before I let you go. I appreciate all the time and all the cool answers you've been giving me, bro. I want to hear. Georgia Tech's got a cool stadium, but do you have a favorite stadium you played in, at all time?
Favorite stadium. I like UNC Stadium.
UNC? What's different about that one? I never heard about that one.
It's the blue for me. It's and they fans always pack it out too. So they got some good crazy fans.
It's just the colorway. Yeah.
Yeah, Virginia Tech is also a good one. Just because the fans right there behind you, they just be talking smack the whole time.
That's funny, man. That's crazy. I know playing since 2018, and you've been playing football, like I said, a long, long time. Just tell me, what's the biggest difference from you from now to as a freshman, and do you have any advice for players on what to focus on growing up?
The biggest difference between me back then and now is the small things for real. It's more so watching film, more focusing on the things that I can get better at, not what I'm already good at. Using my hands more.
Okay.
Like I said, just continue to develop every day. You're gonna get better or worse every day. So you gotta put the time in, and you're gonna get what you get out of it, what you put in. So just focus, continue to just work on your craft. Don't ever think you good enough, because you always can get better, even at the things that you're good at. Then just take care of your body, stretch, cold tub, all that good stuff, and also just be a good person. Be a good person, be a good leader, and whatever you want, you gonna get it from that.
Yeah, definitely. Being a guy that's played for a long time, obviously the details are something that's cool to watch in your game. And like I said, I'm excited to see what you got going on next week and everything. So I appreciate all your time, man, Charlie, and good luck with everything.
Oh yeah, appreciate you. My bad about the keep going in and out. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or something.
It's all good, bro. It should be pretty good. I got